Hey there everyone, and welcome to another lecture of this SolidWorks series. In this lecture we are going to cover one exercise. Since we have completed the line command, we have also seen about some basic shapes, and we have also seen about the constraints like the geometrical constraints as well as the dimensional constraints. So now it's perfect time to have one exercise, because exercise make you better in understanding the concept of your design. So let's just try one exercise then. So what is the exercise that we are going to follow? We are going to follow the manual that I have provided to you, and in this manual we are going to create the level 1 exercise. Since right now we are in a level 1, so here you can find that we have two designs. One is a I section and another one is a F section, and the dimensions are written over here, and some of the dimension that you have to calculate by your own. I am going to create this I section, and your task is to just repeat this I section after me, and then you just have to create this F section as well. So my just job is to just create that one, and your job is to just do for this one. And later on I am also going to provide some more exercises like this, so it will just make your concept clear. So let's just see about the dimension first. So you can see that we have almost all the dimension is provided, and you can find that this is 20 as well as this is 20. The whole dimension over here is 100. uh, it's an instruction that all the dimensions are in millimeter. So you can find that we have this 100 as well as this 100. So this is 20 and this is 20, so we have to calculate this value. So then we can able to calculate that with a simple mathematics, which is 100 minus combined of 20 and 20, which is 40. So it comes 60. So we have this dimension as 60. Similarly, you just have to calculate this value, and how we can do that. So for that, you just require to subtract 20 from this 100, which is 100 minus 20, and it comes 80. So this whole dimension leaving behind this one is 80, this one and this one both. So if I'm going to divide it by 2, we can just see that the whole dimension come as 20 over 40 over here, as well as 40. So now since we have all the dimensions, so we can just move on to our uh, more accurate design. So I'm going to draw it over here only. So this is completely 100. This is also 100. We have this value as 60, this value as 40, and whole thickness value like this one as well as this one is 20. And it's a symmetrical object, so it will going to follow on the other side as well. So this is the complete figure. Now we are moving on to our SolidWorks to create that. So I'm going to start my SolidWorks over here, going to hide this all things. Now we are going inside our sketch. Just click on this sketch, just select the desired plane that you want. So right now we are going to work on the top plane. So just click on this top plane, and now the top plane is visible. Now since this is a exercise that is only related to a line command, so here the only tool that we are going to see is line as well as the dimension. So just click on this line, and then we have to provide one starting point. I'm going to choose this one as my starting point, and I'm going to create the sketch like this. Here I'm not going to create the whole sketch at once, because it will create some of the problems, and it may bring out some complications when we are going to dimension them. So it's my suggestion that you should not create the whole sketch at once, whether in this figure or in other figure that you are going to create later on in future. So it's my suggestion, don't go for the whole sketch at once. Just try to create a single part, just dimension them, and then you will have the clear idea of the dimensions and the complications of your design. This is, I am telling you with my experience. When you have those experience, you can also uh, feel that thing that you should have to create it as a part. So now I'm going to just provide this dimensions. This value is 100 because it's a long value. Then this is 20 that is provided over in design. This line we have calculated it and it comes as 60. So we are going to provide it 60. So you can see that once we have the clear figure of all the dimensions, then it becomes very easy to just draw it. So it's my suggestion that you should always just study the figure first before going for the creation part. That will make your idea clear to how to approach the design. So now we have this part as well. So I'm going for the smart dimension again, and I'm going to dimension these two sections as I think 20. This will be 20 and this value will be 40. Here we have to just make this as dimension as well so that it may become symmetry. So now we have that value as well. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have that left part as well. So just go for the line command, just create this section as well like this. Just provide rest of the dimensions, like this one is 20. This one is also 20. And this is, I have provided 60, so we don't have to provide this value, I think. No, it is asking the value. And you can see that once we have provided that value, the diagram is also become successfully or fully defined. So uh, as I have told you in the constraint section, that you should always try to have the fully defined dimensions or fully defined sketch, sorry, so that your diagram becomes more rigid and it will not going to be affected by the changes uh, on one part or any one particular area. So this is how we have created one section, this I section, and now it's just your task to just create another section, that is the F section over here. And if you just create this section as well, then you can just go for more complicated parts like the E section over here. Just make all the dimensions as same, like its height value to be 100, width value to be 100 as well, and all the thickness value just calculate it 20, like this one, this one, and this one, and on. Then you can just go for the edge section, the same dimensions. And this edge section is nothing but the inverted I section. You just rotate this I section into 180-degree, no, I think 90-degree, you will get the edge section. Then if you have created this one, you can just go for more complicated figures that contains a line or angular lines, like this M section. Then you can just go for this N section as well. Then you can go for some more complicated sections like this A section, which will going to have one middle part as well. Then you can just go for another figures. So those figures like Z section, sorry, this is one more figure that I have left. So any figure that doesn't contain any kind of curve sections, you can just draw it with the help of a line command as well as with the help of a dimensions. So uh, the names like Aman and all, if you have your name as Aman, you can easily able to write your whole name in SolidWorks. So just try it out these things, and I hope you can just carry out and you can just create all those things. And if you feel any kind of doubt related to this section, you can just contact us on our doubt section. And even if that doubt is not going to be clear over here there, you can just contact us on our mail as well as on our number. It is a WhatsApp number as well, so you can just WhatsApp us all your doubts, and we try to solve it as soon as I can. So with that, I complete this exercise, and I hope you just follow my instructions, and you can just create all those designs before going on to a further lectures. So that's all for this lecture, and I'm going to catch up you in the next one.